Here we have an absolutely gorgeous 2000 Jeep Cherokee Sport XJ, brought to you by Davis AutoSports. Starting off, this is a one owner, Carfax certified guaranteed vehicle with a flawless history, clean and clear title in hand, in-house, ready to sign over, 75,000 original and documented miles. This vehicle, in my opinion, is the nicest XJ on the entire market, and in this video I hope to prove that to you. This Cherokee, like all of our Cherokees, came to us 100% bone stock, original, zero modifications, and never abused. If you want to take a quick moment and pause this video, you can go to our website. That is our website. It's davisautosports.com. We have our very own Jeep page. You can go there, take a look at all of the Jeeps that we've built. We probably have 300 videos on YouTube of all of our Jeeps, just to give you an idea of who we are and what we're about and our quality product that we produce. We do a lot more than just lifting these Jeeps. When we build these XJs, they're almost restored to some degree, if you will. Quick note, the exhaust, it's not smoky. It's about 18 degrees here in Richmond today, absolutely freezing. This vehicle has our very popular Stage 2 package. It's not a extreme build. What it is, it's a very nice Jeep for an everyday daily driver with added off-road capability compared to a stock Cherokee. This is not going to disrupt the ride quality, fuel economy, or anything like that compared to a bigger lifted Cherokee or some of our Stage 3 and 4 Cherokees. This is perfect for a daily driver or someone that just doesn't want anything outrageous. For the most part, at the beginning of this video, I'm going to do a condition report. Then I'll go into details about what we did to the vehicle, parts, service, restore wise, everything else. So condition wise, I do want to point out we are shooting this directly in the sunlight. We're not hiding our cars in the shade. The reason we love to show you them in the sun is because we spend so much time on a paint correction process to get the paint on these vehicles looking as brand new as possible. Now, if you're unfamiliar with a paint correction service, you can go to our website under our restoration and reconditioning page to see what that is. It's not new paint, it's not new clear coat, but it's a 2 to 3 day process that we do to get the paint absolutely beautiful. So for the paint itself, you'll see no swirl marks in the paint. It's absolutely gorgeous all the way through. This is original paint on the vehicle. It has not been repainted at all. This Sport has a lot of upgrades that a lot of Sports don't have from the factory: fog lights, color keyed, fender flares, and some other interior components that I'll show you. But paint wise, absolutely gorgeous. Take a look down the driver's side of the vehicle, absolutely straight as an arrow. I'm going to go ahead and scan the entire body. I do want to tell you guys we are shooting this in HD, so please make sure you're watching it on YouTube on HD as well. Front of the vehicle, absolutely beautiful. Hood, phenomenal condition. Now, condition wise, right here, there's a couple little minor scratches that have been touched up. Very tiny little nicks in the bumper that have been touched up, but that is the extent of the wear on this vehicle. I'm going to try to get from this other angle so this sun doesn't blind our view. Passenger side is just as clean, just as nice as the driver's side. Absolutely beautiful condition. I'm going to go ahead and scan this entire body for you guys. I'm going to scan the rocker panel for you. this Jeep is as nice as you'll find. If you go to our website, you'll see that we sold XJs with 20, 30, 40,000 miles, and not one or two, a lot of them. We used to specialize in just selling them bone stock original with back of 50,000 miles. That's what we originally started in the XJ industry with. And this is really one of the nicest Cherokees we've ever had in. It looks like a 20,000 mile truck. So condition wise, you see everything that there is to see on the vehicle. Now we'll go over some of the modifications and services and everything else. So I touched on the paint correction service earlier. That was done in the entire vehicle. That's why the vehicle paint wise looks absolutely phenomenal. It was also very well taken care of to begin with. We start our foundation on good builds. You know, we just don't go buy junk and try to make it gorgeous. You have to start with a very nice vehicle. So it was nice to start off with. We just make it nicer. So stage 2 package with a lot of upgrades. It's got a full 3-inch suspension lift. So I'm going to go over the suspension and steering components right now for you. Up front, you add your shocks with new boots. You have your springs. You can tell it's cold. I'm actually pretty tan typically, and I'm red and white right now. So springs, shocks right there. You got your added control arms right there. You have your brand new sway bar links and bushings right here. Your sway bar drop down bracket to correct the angulation from the lift. Down below here, you have a brand new heavy duty tie rod bar. The factory one's about the size of my pinky thickness wise, so this is much thicker, heavy duty. You have brand new tie rods that are fully serviceable on both ends, okay? So right here, heavy duty adjustable track bar. It's adjustable and serviceable, and it's super thick. You have an upgraded steering stabilizer right there as well. All new hardware for your drop down brackets, the whole nine. There's a good shot of the control arm. While we're here, I'll show it, but I'll touch later on some of the services. That right there is a brand new oil pan gasket. So once again, tie rod bar, new tie rods, coils, shocks, control arms, sway bar links, drop down sway bar bracket with new hardware, track bar, blah, 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 the whole nine. There's nothing that we don't upgrade on these Jeeps. Around back on this Jeep, we have your upgraded shocks, your Adelise with new clamps and brackets back there. So lift wise and steering components, just about everything. Now if you want a full set of leaf springs, we'll be more than happy to add those. We typically will put them in on a vehicle if they need them. The leaf springs on this were good. As you see, it doesn't sag at all, so they weren't needed. But if you want a full set of leaves, we'll be more than happy to do so. This build, we wanted to keep it very classic, very traditional, didn't want to go overboard. So we have a beautiful Rubicon replica, brand new 16 by 8-inch wheel. Absolutely beautiful, stays with the Jeep theme, doesn't scream aftermarket, just a beautiful, beautiful wheel. That is a 16, so we have a 265 brand new BFG all-terrain tire all the way around, which you can't get any more classic than a BFG all-terrain on one of the Jeeps. This vehicle has our full Line-X package. Anything that you see black on this vehicle trim-wise has been Line-X. If you're familiar with these Cherokees, you'll know that the black side trim on these from the factory, it's plastic, it's black, it fades, it turns gray, it turns white. You'll see dealers put Armor All on them for their eBay pictures, which makes them look black, and then 10 days later, since it contains silicone, actually makes it worse and turns more gray or more white. So what we do is we apply Line-X. This particular vehicle, front bumper corner, bottom valance, even around the fog lights, bumper corner, side trim going all the way around, and back corner bumper. So everything that we did on here is plastic, it's no metal. So our process for this, this is a very tedious process. We're just not spraying it on there and done with it. Everything gets taped up. There's no overspray anywhere whatsoever. So every nook and cranny gets taped up. The whole vehicle gets completely masked up, so no overspray gets on it. All those plastic panels get completely sanded down with a 180 grit. a 320 grit. This is all sanded by hand because of all the edges and everything. From there, we surface clean it to get any oils or residue that the previous owner put on it completely off. From there, we apply a plastic adhesive to promote the adhesive of the Line-X. From there, we prime it and then Line-X it with 2 coats. So you're left with a very durable, I mean, you can pressure wash this stuff. You can literally try to get it off. It's not gonna come off, it's not gonna fade. A lot of people will spray paint it black and it literally comes off months later. This looks great, it's rugged, and you can just beat it up, scratch it up, and it'll just look great forever. So that's got our Line-X package. Up top, just a nice, clean, simple, low-profile roof rack with the windscreen, just to top everything off. If you want us to throw a spare tire up there, we can do so. So let's go into the engine real quick. And this truck, I'm going to show you something on the inside. It's been running probably for, between the photographs and the video, it's probably been running for about 45 minutes out here. That's going to come into play later on. So engine bay is absolutely spotless. The previous owner did, about 2 years ago, get a new AC compressor, and that is a factory AC compressor on this vehicle. Let me go ahead and rev this for you guys. Extremely smooth engine. So this has our full service package. So this particular vehicle received a brand new valve cover gasket. I showed you the oil pan gasket earlier down below, and it also has a brand new rear main seal. The rear main seal service alone on these vehicles, you can call around anywhere from $600 to $800. It's a very tedious and hard service to do, and a lot of people don't get it done just because of the cost factor of it. You can look them up online on Jeeps. They're a pain. Most of these 4.0s are great engines, but they leak. This one just absolutely dry as a bone. Down below here, not one single speck of rust anywhere. The frame is 100% solid all the way down. Transfer case is super clean. Take a look at the floor pan. It's absolutely perfect all the way. Super, super, super clean. So the rear main seal typically on these leaks down here, almost on every Jeep. As you see, there's no leakage there whatsoever. That's where it typically pours out of. Inside of this Cherokee is absolutely mint. Underneath the doors, there's no rust issues whatsoever. Door panels are spotless. I can't tell you how many 20, 30, 40,000 mile Cherokees right here crack the vinyl. This interior on this Cherokee is as clean as you're gonna find on any Cherokee. Absolutely spotless. In the bottom doors, typically what happens, these are rain gutters, water comes down, gets built up in there, and it just rusts. So garage kept car. Carpets are 110% perfect. There's not one stain. The seats are perfect as well. I absolutely promise you, I've never said this in any of our other videos. You can check all 300 of them. These floor mats right here, we did not clean these floor mats. It's exactly how these floor mats came in. Super, super clean. Rear cargo area is spotless. There's not one scratch anywhere. We did do the headliner, and that's not a fault of the previous owner. It's just we almost do every single one. They start to sag. That's not sagging, that's just where it indents from the factory. So we did a brand new headliner. It's absolutely perfect. We also put new rear gate shocks on here as well. So like I said, we pretty much do mini restorations on these. I also want to mention, I did apologize, the rear diff has been serviced as well with full synthetic fluid. We did drain it, flush it, and refill it. So both keys, both remotes, which that's very hard to come across on one of these over the years. They get lost, people don't replace them. This vehicle for a sport has every single option possible. You got your full power windows, power mirrors, power locks, cruise control, which a lot of sports do not have, four-wheel drive, obviously, your remotes, which a lot of sports don't have, but you also have your CD player with your 3-band equalizer, which is very nice, which is very rare, typically only in the limited. You also have all your books and manuals, so it's very nice to see that this is a one owner, and it was owned by the right person that just kept up everything and just kept it so amazingly nice. No cigarette smells, no burns, no odors, no dog hair, no food crumbs. I mean, the center console is spotless. I mean, it is just absolutely as clean as you can get. Typically these buttons, just the white part is typically dirty, grimy. You typically have dust in there that's impossible to get out. All the little cracks and crevices in these things are usually, you know, dirty, but I mean, this thing is just absolutely spotless. So we're gonna go ahead and take this thing on a quick test drive. I'm not gonna go too far right now,